everybody, Creative Katie, Karen Burchill here, and today I was out and about doing errands and I came home and it's finally here. The new Crafters Workshop stencils, their summer 2019 release. So I opened it up, I've labeled them, and now I'm going to give you a peek of what came out this summer, as well as the stencils that I put on my wish list that you're going to see me creating with. So I'm going to get rid of the box, pull out the stencils, and get ready for the show. Okay, so summer release, they have 18 brand new stencils, and they are from two designers that we know and love, Carmen Medlin and Rebecca Meyer. So I'm going to show you Carmen's first, and if you are a garden lover, you're in for a treat. So number one from Carmen is 859 Fuchsia, and you can just see the lovely fuchsia flowers. I can see taking the motif here or the leaf here, as well as using it exactly as it is on a canvas. So I'm really excited about that. Now all the stencils also come in the 6-inch side. So regardless of whether you are mixed media artists and you're doing canvas or doing ATCs, you can mix and match and have the right size to go with whatever project you're doing, card making, ATCs, and the like. The next one is Lavender, and I'm just going to adjust this a little bit to make sure that you can see the bottom of this whole thing, the whole pattern. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Lavender. I love lavender. I can't wait to use this stencil. And again, we have different stalks of it. You have the leaves, the stems that you could use on its own. And again, we have the 6-inch stencil as well. Next one, Happy Dandelions. Now, Carmen is the designer that designed the stencil Onion Blossom that I love, and I love using just that by itself, and I've used it as the whole on mine. So these garden variety ones, really excited. You can use the grasses, you've got the seed pods over here, cute little butterfly, or just using this to make some of those collage sheets that I love to make for my mixed media pieces. Loving the look of this one. This is Maidenhair Fern. I can see so many uses for it, even mix and match with, you know, some of these other ones that you have to give you all this different foliage and colors, different greens, and even just using these very adorable pieces again to build texture and interest in the mixed media piece. I think this will look absolutely lovely with mixed media modeling paste through it. Yeah, can't wait. This one, Sunflower Meadow, and we have nice small sunflowers in scale. You can layer this up to make more, vary the heights. Again, the possibilities are there. Irises. The irises take me back to my mom's garden, to my grandma's garden. The irises. I can't wait to put some modeling paste through this and stencil it and see what you get and how you can build up the layers of colors. This one is called Asian Floral. And Asian Floral, it's a work of art. We've got some some swirls here that I can use independent, right? Take off the flowers and you have all these swirl patterns that, you know, I love my swirls, and you can have different motifs here. So, or just, I can just see this with black and gold modeling paste. Oh. Cypress Tree. Excited to try to use this one. I need to see this one when it's stencils. Sometimes those stencils, people, get them out, put paint through them, put modeling paste through them, jelly print with them, use them, because sometimes they look very different in surprising and wonderful ways when you actually use them. So if you know, do that. I know I've been surprised where, you know, sometimes a stencil, it's not really striking me, or I'm not getting a creative idea with it, but then once I put paint through it, it's like, oh. Now I love the sea, and Carmen has given us 2 stencils in this shipment. We have Gulf Coast creatures, so we've got starfish and lobsters and crabs and clams and oysters and all these wonderful things. Again, we've got some lovely texture. I love this as a motif. I can see myself using that. And then creating some of those ocean vistas that I love. And I am so happy that this comes in the oh so cute smaller size too, because this might be more the scale of what I want, or I can have, you know, mix and match both of them. So this one's Gulf Coast Creatures, and then she has Gulf Coast Flora. And I love this. That's the size of these really excite me for their usability, as well as this would make a lovely motif in those background pieces, in those collage sheets that I'm making. All of these elements would work for that. So I love it when I have a stencil that I can use as a focal image, and then also use parts of it for texture development. And here is a cute one, Bessy. Very cute. We've got the mountains behind it. You can mask off the cow and have the mountains and the grasses in front and do your own scenery. You can have a log house down there, different kind of things. You can play with it. And you know, I'm interested with the smaller scale. You can put the little one here and you can have a calf. Bessy can have a calf. And I think this is the last one of Carmen's, and I'm loving this one, Fir Branch. Again, very excited to have both sizes of this one. I can just see this, the small one on a card, a Christmas card, very seasonal, some gold modeling paste, or using the tacky when dry with the gold flake. I can just see that with both of them, and this would just make a lovely canvas in of itself. And then you have this wonderful, these patterns that, you know, and the grasses. So again, I think the usability is there for more than what was given. This one is, all the ones from now on are from Rebecca Meyer, and Rebecca had designed, I didn't know it at the time, but one of my favorite and oldest stencils belongs to Rebecca, and some of my new ones from the last releases have become my favorites as well. And I'll put a link to the video where I tell you my top 10 stencils. And you're going to hear both Carmen's name and Rebecca's name in that. So I'm thrilled that I have more of theirs to play with. And we'll see if some of these new ones don't become my new favorites. Love Rebecca's Mandela. She does them so well. This one is very unique. We've got some triangular shapes in it, as well as this centerpiece I'm really excited about. It's called Native Star. This one is called Heart Fern, and I need, for me to see this, I need to put paint through this one. You can see the pattern. I have a trouble doing the positive and negative. I struggle with flipping it in my brain. So what I think I'm going to get is not what I'm going to get. And so I'm very visual. I need to see it being done. I did see Rebecca post this use and I just loved it. So I'm anxious to see how that goes. Nice big heart. This would be nice for a wedding one. The combinations are there. And just, I love this right here, that you've got the greenery and this stalk, which I can trace around here to get those patterns doodle onto a mixed media piece. Another Mandela, and this one is called Orb Mandela for obvious reasons. Look at all those circles. Love, love, love circles. I can see myself using part, you know, going around here and just doing this part. We also have this. I love this shape combination and stuff. We have all sorts of interesting, beautiful shapes. Can't wait to see how I can utilize this. This one, we have Poppy Grid. Very anxious to give this a try. I love poppies. Wanted a stencil with a poppy, so this one is definitely going to see paint and ink very, very quickly. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to take these and I am going to stencil with all of them. I am going to do jelly printing with some of them, and those will be upcoming videos because I want to get to know these stencils so I can get ideas. And then I'm going to write them down, the ideas, in a book, because then you forget it. I love this. We have this motif right here. We have this one right here. We've got this wreath going on right here. Then you've got the whole of the stencil, which would make an absolutely lovely background for some collage work. Another one, pine needle print. So we've got this motif here, and then she's kind of distressed it around, and we have the positive and the negative here. So I can definitely see these motifs showing up on my pieces. It isn't something that I have. This one intrigues me. I love the plaid look. This one's called Screen View. I think it's going to be lovely. She's also scalloped around the edges, so that's going to give a different look as opposed to the straight edges. The Crafters Workshop have partnered with Ken Oliver and his Color Burst. So I'm really excited about this. I have not used the Color Burst before. They are deeply pigmented powdered color that is activated by water. So we have mermaid tails. They pack them in trios, and you know, there's some recommendations. There have been videos where he takes this Crafters Workshop stencil, places it down, spritzes it with these three colors that work so well together, or these, or you can mix and match. There are other sets here. These are the ones that I've gotten to play with. So I'm curious how that goes. This one's Unicorn Magic, and you can see on the back how they've used that, and that's a love frame stencil from the 2019 winter collection. This one is Dolphins. It's an older collection, but it's got those blues. So they're specifically designed, and there's lots of videos that Ken Oliver has done, demos at Creativation and different things that have gone along. Now this is Autumn Leaves. Oh wow. This is, we've got yellow ochre, orange, burnt umber, turquoise, oops, chartreuse and lime green. I don't have a blue. Oh no. Fuchsia, orchid, and tangerine. So look forward to me experimenting with these on some art journal pages. Can't wait. Okay, so now a sneak peek into this creator's mind. I put together a wish list of stencils that I wished I could have, and that is a very difficult thing to do, because how do you decide? And because I want my stencil to be able to be good on jelly printing, I wanted to make good collage sheets and add texture and pattern to my stencils, but I also am looking for maybe some motifs, some strong motifs and things that I don't have. So this is called Butterfly Collage, and it is by Janine Meyerowitz. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And it's from a few years back, because it's 554 and we're in the 800s, so it's a few years older. But I love this for so many of the elements that work together, that I could use together on a page or separate. Love the two sizes of butterflies. Love this one. Nice, it's a nice big one. I often find I don't have that. Love this distressed kind of circle. I see so many uses for that. We've got these little circles. We have kind of a honeycomb, and then we have this. Like, there's so much on here. Thank you. It's just great. Then we have one by, this is art by Marlene, and it's Scrollwork. And again, I love, you know, we have different motifs. We've got hearts here. We have the whole. I think this would make an interesting background. Just so much of this, the curves and the swerves and the swirls, whether I just do parts or all. So that excited me on that level. Carmen Medlin. I love Celtic things. So these, I've been drooling over these for a while, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get them. This is Celtic Knot, and it's great big one. I also got this in the 6-inch because I wanted the smaller size, but I wanted the challenge of trying to use this bigger, bolder pattern. So I will be going on Instagram and putting in 731 and looking for videos on these, you know, and if you are looking for, especially some of the older ones, look for the videos where they're showcasing this. This is another Carmen Medlin one, was made the same year. This is 732, and this is Celtic Design. And again, so many things that I love about this. It's a little smaller scale, so we have this one's really big and this one's smaller. And then I did get the 6x6 in both of these, because I've realized how much I use my 6x6 stencils. Their portability is one thing, but the scale of them is the other reason that I love them so much. Here is another one. This is by Balzer Designs, and several of her stencils have made it to my top 10 list. This one, I've seen lots of people using it, and again, I wanted it. So I can see all sorts of possibilities happening with that. This one is by Rebecca Meyer, and I'm getting very good at being able to identify the designer and match them to their stencils. Each of them have a different style, and I use their stencils in a different way. So this one is absolutely gorgeous. And again, you've got different motifs going on, lots of strong patterns. Maybe should have gotten that one in a small. This one is Scalloped Mandela. I talked about Rebecca's wonderful mandalas. This is another one, and I love this shape. And I know I've just begun to maximize the use of them. Another Rebecca Meyer one. This is Tuscan Floral. I'm really anxious to put paint through this and see what happens. I think this will look gorgeous on a gel plate as well. Then I have a couple other just small ones that I wanted to use. This one, again, I've seen so many people using the Honeycomb. This is the mini, this is the 6-inch one. But I think that's just going to be absolutely lovely background. Another Balzer Design, a bit of a Mandela here. This one's called Mini Peacock Doyle. So it's the 6-inch. And I love, love, love peacock, so I'm, you know, just using that motif in more interesting ways. And then one last one. This is also by Carmen Medlin. We saw her sunflower one that she was just released. Now this one's Joyful Sunflower. And I hemmed and hawed between the 12-inch and this one, but I thought, you know, this one I can build up multiples of it. So this is Joyful Sunflower.